Hello, good day, students. Welcome to this class, Introduction to System Programming. Here are the learning outcomes of this course. At the end of this week, students should be able to 1. Explain the concept of system programming, 2. Distinguish between system programs and application programs. System programming. Before defining the concept system programming, there is a need to look at the individual meaning of the key terms, that is, system and programming. A system is a collection of interrelated components joined together to achieve a predefined goal, meaning any settings or configuration that come together to achieve a predefined objective is called a system. For example, human body system, for example, digestive system within the human body system, where digestion starts at the point of the mouth, where the food substance taken are broken down in pieces. These pieces passes through the esophagus, from esophagus down to the stomach, down to the large intestine, down to the small intestine, and so on and so forth. Another example is the school system. When you look at the school system, let's say Al Hikmah, you see it's a collection of different departments that work together to form Al Hikmah Polytechnic. We have departments such as computer science, computer engineering, electrical engineering, business, and public administration. So the combination of these departments now made up a school system or made up the entire school. So system, it is a collection of interrelated components that are joined together to achieve a predefined goal or objective. Now, what is a programming? Programming is just simply the art of writing instruction to achieve a predefined goal. I repeat, programming is just the art or the process of writing instructions to achieve a predefined goal. So joining the two concepts together, or two words, that will give us system programming. So the meaning of system programming can be looked at or can be defined as the art of writing and designing software for computer system. And it aims to develop softwares that provide services to computer hardware and system resources. So the example of such resources are operating system device drivers, system utilities such as file manager and disk utilities. So system programming can be divided into system program and application program. System program. So a system program is a type of software designed to manage and control computer hardware and system resources. As earlier stated, these resources include operating system and so on and so forth. So system programs are used to develop operating system device drivers and utilities. I think we've already stated this point already, and these examples too. So let's look at the individual example of these utilities that we talk about. Operating system, we have Windows, we have Linux, we have Mac OS, we have, and so on and so forth. Device drivers include printers drivers, graphics, and utility drivers such as flash drive, all those things. And also have example of utility programs include disk cleanup tools such as file compression softwares, WinR, RR, all those things, and so on and so forth. All these are called system program and can be used, and they are developed with the aid of system programming. So this particular system program are of paramount importance for the functionality and seamless operations of a computer system. Now, the application program. An application program, is a type of software that is designed to help users perform specific tasks or activities. So this particular application program is mainly for the users. Applications developed as application program are mainly used to satisfy the computer user or system user. Others will call it a consumer, while others will call it a client. It depends on how you look at it. So application programs can be used or are used to develop various applications such as word processing, data management, and multimedia playback. Examples include productivity software such as Microsoft Word that we use for typing, Excel that we use for mathematical computations and analysis. And we also have Google Docs, which is also an online platform that does same work as Microsoft Word. And this there are also versions of Excel, and there's other examples also include PowerPoint for presentation. Like an example of the application I'm currently using for the presentation of this particular class is Microsoft PowerPoint. This PowerPoint is also an application program that is used by the user or the end user or the consumer or the client, anyhow you put it, for presentations. And this includes large video, this includes presentation videos, it's also used in movies for presentation of names, especially when you at the point where you look at the point where you look at the where they come up with a list of cast, such as the directors, the crew rather, the directors, producers, and so on and so forth. Now, media players is also another example. We have different VLC players, which it is common now in mostly Android phones now, in computer systems, where you see Windows media players. All these things are kinds of application programs that are used for what usage by the user. And the example of where all these medias are used, they are used for playing of music, videos, and so on and so forth. And we have the web browsers, which we use for surfing the internet. We have the Google Chrome, we have the Mozilla Firefox, we have Internet Explorer, we have Opera, and so on and so forth. All these are examples of application programs. So now that we know the meaning of a system program, we know the meaning of application program. Now, what are the differences between these two particular programs? Now, this table presents the difference between system and application program. Now, we've considered them. If you look at the table, it's categorized under three headings: the feature, system program, and application program. Feature is talking about the concept under which that differences what that differences is discussed. Now, based on definition, we already know that system program manages and control hardware and system resources, while the application program is used to design applications that are mainly for user, or in this sense, we see there are softwares designed to help users perform specific tasks. So now, what are the purpose? The purpose is to provide essential service for computer operation, that is for system program, while for application program, serves the user's needs directly for various activities. Yes, of course. For PowerPoint presentation, you just go in, log in, and create your presentation. Similarly, for Word document, is it a letter or is it a document? Is it a book? And so on and so forth. You can apply them in different dimensions that you intend to use based on the user's need at the point of need. So the interaction, system programming interacts directly with the hardware and the system resources, while application programming interact with the user through a user interface. Yes, the buttons to click and so on and so forth. Dependency, the system programs require dependency required for the computer to function. So this dependency is required because system programs are mainly instructions for the interpreters of the computer. Well, this one is just dependent on the system software, because once it meets up all the necessary software compatibility and so on and so forth, that program will be ready to run at any point in time. Now, another feature that we consider the difference is complexity, which is often complex and involves low-level programming language. Initially, I made mention of assembler and all these things. There is what we call interpretation. For every instruction given to a computer, they undergo stages of translation. And these translation processes involve converting those instructions written in as higher level language down to machine language, and there are processes to it. So deep down, or as we go further into this course, we shall be able to look at all those things in details and how they function. So another difference is application programs are generally simpler and they focus on user functionality. So this part, now we've seen the differences between the system and application program and how they function. So in our next class, since this is an introductory class, in our next class we shall delve in more on system programming, where we learn more. But for the time being, for this course, this is just an introductory class, and we won't be having any quiz for today. But In our subsequent class, I believe you should expect quizzes that will be coming in. So if there are other questions, please do find time to place them. After listening to the lecture, please send in your queries or questions or gray areas where you do not understand. For now, bye bye.